Hey guys, how are you? So I want to talk about social media and how I kind of navigate and attack my day on social media, because you guys know, especially if you're watching this, you know I'm on social media and I use it to find my tribe and find like-minded women who understand, the things that I'm going through. And maybe I can share tips and resources and things like that to help you have a better day as well. So social media is a huge part of my life. And it's definitely something that needs to be maintained. You need to be mindful of what it is that you're posting. You've got to be mindful about even what you see and how you interpret, because although social media can be very important, it can be a tool that you can use to create connections with other people, to build relationships, to stay up to date with your family members who aren't near you, people you don't talk to every single day. You can stay up to date as to what's going on with, people that you were friends with in high school. And we all know that, life happens and things happen and people move apart. But the wonderful thing about social media is that you can still kind of keep tabs on what everyone's doing and where they're at and what their family life is like. And we're kind of all voyeurs to an extent. And we want to see what people are doing and what people are up to. Social media is a great place to stay up to date with what's coming out. Like what's the newest thing? What are those trends, the fashions? What's the latest news, right? We go to social media to find out that stuff. So it can absolutely be a place to gain knowledge and to enhance your life rather than take over your life, because ultimately that's kind of what we're talking about here, because you don't want social media to take over. And there are certain things that you can do to kind of protect yourself, because I personally like following motivating and inspiring pages. I would suggest that you find pages that do make you feel good and make you happy and really make you want to be the best kind of a person that you can be. Because, I know that I always try and keep it positive. I'm a positive person in general. Of course, I have bad days, but I do try to put a positive spin on it, or I'll share what it is I'm going to do about whatever that struggle that I'm having is. But social media is also a place of negativity, and that is what you have to be careful about. That's what you've got to protect yourself against, all of those trolls out there, because there are lots of trolls out there. It can be a platform for people to bully other people, because it's easier to be mean and nasty when you're sitting behind a screen, right? Those people who talk to you and who throw out all of those negative, mean jabs are the people who would probably never talk to you like that if you were face to face with someone. I find that a lot of people complain on social media. They want to start arguments just to start arguments. I know that there's a lot of debating that goes on that's not the healthy kind of debate. Like, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But if you are going to be putting out there something very opinionated, you have to prepare yourself and know that there's a chance that you might be attacked back, or somebody else is going to disagree with whatever it is that you're posting out there. Because if you're posting out there and it's something negative and you get something negative back, well, what do you expect? You've got to make sure that you are mentally prepared for a negative debate, especially if you're posting something out there that is negative. For me, when I open my Facebook or my Instagram feed, I want to see positivity and I want to see motivation. You know, I don't want to see other people's negative take on everything. I don't want to see other people's dirty laundry. You know, those are things that I really think that you need to kind of deal with separately. Don't put it out there for everybody else to see. It should not ever be a place where, you know, you're just airing out family drama, because it's nobody else's business. And if you have an issue with a particular family member, then you go to them and you deal with it. But airing it out on social media is just an absolute immature thing to do, and there really shouldn't be a place for it. So even when, you know, it might not be you, it could be somebody else, you know, don't engage in it, because then if that person who is posting something negative doesn't get a response out of anybody, then they're going to stop posting those types of things, because they're going to realize that nobody really cares about it. So, you know, when people come to my page, I want people to see something positive, something motivating, maybe something that's going to make you want to get up and do something. And over these last couple of days, you know, with all the horrible things that have been happening around us, you know, I like to put a little bit of positivity out there too. And I think it's nice to see something that is going to better me as a person every once in a while. So when you're scrolling through, it's not all just negativity and negativity. And I'll be really honest with you, this might explain things to people, because I know it's touched a button on a lot of my friends and some of my family too. But the truth is, I don't scroll my newsfeed very often. I usually give myself a minute, maybe 2 minutes, if I'm standing in line at Target, or, you know, just doing something and I've got a minute to just kind of kill, then I'll go through and I'll start scrolling through my news feed. But that's about it. I don't sit down and just scroll through Facebook or scroll through Instagram, because it's a time suck. It really can be. You can get sucked into that, and it's hard to get out of it. And you're like, how did I get to this place? How did I even get to this person's page? I have no idea, right? Because it draws you in. But for me, if the first couple of posts I see are negative, it's off immediately. It's just total. I'm like, nope. I can see what kind of day this is going. I'm sorry that this person's having a horrible day, or I'm sorry this person has drama, or this person is struggling with the same thing over and over again and they're not doing anything about it, which is, to me, the worst. Like, I don't mind ever hearing about people's struggle and the time that they're going through, because I always say I'm always happy to try to help. But if somebody is going to constantly have the same struggle and not take any action or try to do something about it, that at that point, that's when I'm out. It's like, you know what? Okay, well, I don't know what I can do to help you, because you've got to make sure that you're helping yourself first. You know, let me explain also algorithms and how algorithms work. Because Facebook and Instagram both, they have what are called algorithms, which means your posts, my posts, aren't going to be on everybody's news feed. When you engage with me, when I engage with you, when we talk to each other in Messenger, when we're commenting on each other's posts, when we're liking each other's posts, that's when you're going to see what other people are posting. Then their post is going to show up on your news feed. So just because you post something does not mean that that post is going to go on to every single one of your friends' list news feeds. So just FYI, that's how that works. So if you are commenting on a negative post, if you are commenting on somebody who is often negative, then guess whose stuff is going to show up on your news feed always? Their stuff. So that's why I say, and I tell, you know, my coaches too, I'm like, You got to stay off that debate train. You've got to stay off that wanting to be argumentative with people, because the more you interact with them, the more they are going to show up in your feed, therefore bringing them most into your life. So you just got to be mindful about what it is that you're doing on social media, because it absolutely does affect the feel and the content that you're going to be seeing every single day. So I have a little bit of a workaround to filling my feed with just positive content. And the way to do that is when you have a friend or there's a business page that you really love, and there's a lot of motivation, a lot of inspiration. It's just something that makes you happy, makes you smile. Maybe it's a page that, you know, has to do with the hobbies that you love, right? What you can do is you go up to the tab up top and it says following, and you click on the little down arrow and it'll say see first. So if you go into there and you, for all of the pages that you love, and you put see first, all of those are going to show up in your news feed. So how awesome would it be to open your news feed, and instead of seeing all this negative stuff, you've got the first 10 posts are whatever is posted in your favorite pages or from your favorite people, your favorite friends. So that's what I do, so that when I do open it, I can just go through and I see, and this is on Facebook, mind you, I just see whatever, you know, they're posting for that day. And usually it's a positive thing, or else I wouldn't have chosen to see it first. And that just makes me happy to know that that's what I am going to, you know, have in my life that day. And then there are people that I'll go to and I just type their name in. You know, if it's somebody who is, you know, a huge mentor of mine, and or another coach that I look up to, that inspires me to be the best that I can be. I actually just have a handful of people that I'll go to every single day and look at their stuff. I don't often happen to come across their stuff in my news feed, because like I said, I don't scroll news feed. And that can become an issue with your friends and family, because I am on social media a lot, and you know, I don't see everybody else's stuff. And that's just my explanation of why. It's not because I don't love you. It's not because I don't like you. It's because I choose not to scroll, mainly because it can be such a negative place, and it is a time suck. It is definitely something that can draw you in for hours on end, because you can just go from one thing to another, right? So you want to limit your interaction with the negative. I don't even watch the news very often. I have had it on over the last few days just because of, you know, what's been going on around the world. Even when the storms were hitting, the hurricanes were here, I mean, the news was on all the time. But normally I don't watch the news, because again, that is, the news is so depressing sometimes. I'm like, oh, it's like this dark cloud over our heads. Like, can't we have like positive stuff happen in there? Because usually it's all negative. Like ABC News, NBC News, negative. So I really do limit my watching of news. That is for sure. You want to surround yourself with people on social media, because it's a great way to build relationships and find people who are positive. So you just got to find those right people to bring into your life. And social media usually is a huge part of people's lives every single day. So you want that platform to look and make you feel happy, right? And then remember, what you put out there is what you're going to get back. If you post something negative, you're going to get a negative response. Even if, you know, you're having an issue that you want to share with people, that's fine. But put a positive spin on it, or share how you're going to overcome that struggle. And just also, you know, the other tip is it's a time suck. You know, get off of it if you find yourself just mindlessly scrolling through. You don't need all of that extra information. You can do something that will, you know, make you a better person. Get up and take action and do something. And a lot of times we're just scrolling, looking for motivation to get up and get something done. Most times you could have finished whatever it was you were trying to get motivated to do in the first place by the time you find that post that you've been looking for to, you know, get you up off the couch to do something. You know, that what you were going to do or should have done could have been done by the time that you found that. And that's the truth. You got to take action on things and don't just wait until you find something to give you motivation, because usually that's not going to happen. And then an hour or two goes by and it's like, oh my gosh, where did all of my time go? So my tips are: limit your time in a negative space, exclude it as much as possible, that negativity. You don't want that. If you are a negative poster, it's okay to share, but only if you're asking for help. Only if you are also sharing what you're going to do about that struggle. If you're just going to post to complain and to find other people to commiserate with, then that's who you're going to see often. And you don't just want that negative feel, that negative vibe coming through your social media, because what you post is just more of what you're going to get back. And if you're posting to complain, usually you're going to get other people who are complaining or other people who want to disagree with you, which is only going to piss you off even more. So keep it light, keep it positive, because there's nothing worse than when you're mad and you want to post something and then nobody agrees with you. That just makes it worse. So keep it light, keep it positive. Go through and find those pages that do inspire you, that want to make you be a better person, and go to the following tab and click the little arrow, click it down, and it'll say see first, and that is what you're going to see in your news feed, and that is what you want in your life every single day. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye.